I don't know what I'm doing here, dude. I just felt like making a video. Absolutely no reason at all. I just wanted to ramble. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it's actually good or not. We'll see if it's enjoyable, not enjoyable. I don't know what the fuck to say. I think I know what to say. It's my first video. I've made videos before, but it's not like I tried making videos before. It was like, for example, I was playing a mobile game and trying to copy what the other people were doing by like, commentating about the game, which can work perfectly fine, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, like, if I can touch my phone, dude, I'm using my phone as camera because we live that scuff life. Thank you, Droid Cam. Okay, what do I want to talk about? Who knows? I'm just gonna rant. We'll see how long this is. Hopefully, it'll be interesting for you, for me, for anyone who watches, for anyone who doesn't watch. Hopefully, didn't miss out. Okay, so what do I want to talk about? I had some ideas in my head. I was talking about recording. I'll go back to recording because, what was I like for recording? I tried recording before. I was like playing my mobile game, trying commentating, but it felt really cringe. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna move my camera because yeah, fuck it, it felt really cringe for some reason. Um, Listening to my own voice, yeah, that's normal level of cringe. People get used to it eventually. Um, but I just felt like I wasn't commentating well enough, and my audio quality was not that great. So, like, what's the point in doing it? Someone might enjoy it. I didn't upload it eventually. I did try streaming. Some people enjoyed that. But I'm imagine being dedicated to something. But nah. I might do it sometime again. Who knows? So why did I choose to make this video? God knows. I just up. I can make some fair assumptions. I watched some videos about people getting randomly inspired to do things. Just like I was randomly inspired to do videos. Maybe that might be interesting. Um, so I was thinking of one topic. The one topic I was thinking about was superpowers. Why is he thinking about superpowers? This man, he's 19. He looks like he's had 3 kids. He's 25. Fucking, why do you want to talk about superpowers? Come on, dude. Superpowers? Powers are dope, dude. Why do you not want to talk about superpowers? Like, come on, dude. Superpowers? Let's get into it, dude. So superpowers. What superpower was I thinking of? Was it flight? Ooh, I can fly around, dude. I can fly around. Oh, who? Why? Oh my God! let me fly, dude. Let me fly 1 centimeter above the ground. Who says you're gonna fly fast? Flight does not mean anything per se. I mean, we can talk about this. We'll set some rules about the superpowers. Okay, let's make it fair for all superpowers to be like on a somewhat similar playing field. Flight. So not flight per se. Every we're gonna talk about every superpower. Wait, let me see if there's a way to keep my phone from fucking not. Um, it's fine, dude. Sorry. Okay, so what was I thinking about? What are the rules to the superpower conundrum? I would say we keep all superpowers on an RPG scale. And what do I mean with RPG scale? RPG scale as in you start with an extremely weak version of what superpower is. For example, flight. Maybe the flight is, I don't know, you can only fly 1 centimeter above ground first, or you can only fly for 30 seconds, or a combination of both. And the more you use it, the higher level it becomes, or depending on how you use it, it becomes more powerful. Who knows? Maybe you're a fucking smartass, and what constitutes as ground? So you pick up like a rock, and you pull it closer to you each time, and you keep flying higher and higher, and then you hold on your back and you propel yourself for some shit. Maybe that unlocks something like a special hidden branch of your superpowers. Who knows? We'll we'll just go with that base. Like there may be hidden branches of the power, and the more you use, the stronger it gets. So flight. Okay, I can go on the branch of flight for a second. The branch of flight. Let me think about this. Branch of flight. Okay, like I said, time limit and height limit, for example, or maybe speed. These are all things that you could think of. I just told you what a hidden branch could be in the flight tree skill system. Um, but doesn't really matter. But yeah, flight you eventually, what do? You can fly super fast. We're assuming that you're resilient or immune to the downsides. Like if you go really fast, you're going at super fast speeds and G-force you can't handle. We're gonna assume you become immune to that. And if you do that, if you get the immunities, actually flight is not that bad. People like to shit on flight. I literally just shit on flight like 2 minutes ago. But does it really matter? You can change your stance on things. I think flight, yeah, flight, if you level it up, if you use this system that I just said, it's a pretty good superpower. What else? What the true superpower I wanted to talk about is actually condensing things. You're like, what? Condensing things. What does that entail? Why is that even useful? Why would I even be strong? How is that even a superpower, dude? Condensing things, okay? I take something in my room. I don't know. I'm gonna pick up some fucking trash. No, I won't pick up trash. Imagine I have like fucking like a think of a Coke can. I have a Coke can in my hand. Imagine Coke can. Whoop. Coke can. Condensing powers activate. That's even without like normal humans can do that. I mean, like most normal humans or normal, most humans on average can crush a can of cola. Whether it be with their hands or legs or whatever, use your fucking brain. Imagine some things, okay? Crushing a can of cola. Let's assume condensation. Maybe you have to use your hands. You have to use something. Maybe you even have to touch it. Who knows? Condensing things. Let's set the parameters. Like for example, parameters for flight was height, speed, and time limit. For condensation, it'd be weight, how condensed it can be, and how many times per day can you use it. Now, let's go through these options, okay? If we assume that you become to the weaknesses of condensing, that means, for example, if you condense yourself or eventually unlock the ability to condense yourself, um, I would assume that you're immune to the downsides, such as becoming a black hole or being not disrupted by a black hole. Who knows? But um, so we have condensation. We continue leveling up more times per day. What things we can condense, and I forgot the other thing that I said. The max weight. That's what I said. The max weight of the things we condense. So you take all those parameters, and we think, okay, what can you do to this? How is this useful? Well, let's start thinking abstractly. Okay, you can take it in an extreme, literal level, and you can say, I look at something and I can turn it into a black hole by condensing it so much it becomes a black hole. You could do that. You could be like a fucking villain and end humanity and you just float in space. Just because you condense stuff and you're immune to black holes does not mean you can breathe in space, by the way. I'm just saying that. So you basically kill yourself if you make a black hole. That's like the end, like the eject button of life when with that power. What about the opposite? You think not opposite, instead of literal, non-literal, you think condense. What can you condense? Boom, I just pointed out your mind. You can condense information. For example, if I were to condense this video, it would be 0 seconds because this video has nothing useful. It's just fucking entertainment for people that want to watch. But you can condense information. For example, you think of something you take for like 10 seconds, you take all the info you can and you condense it to the bare essentials. That's what you use your condensing powers for. For example, if we can, I already said for example, but I think you get the point where you can condense information so you can become pretty smart or not smart, you can become pretty knowledgeable about things. What else can you do with condensation? For example, we live in, just imagine, since this superpower exists, other people, why couldn't they have a superpower that's similar, like the RPG, like someone else flight? Like, motherfucker, what are you gonna do against someone who has flight? You can throw a fucking black hole at them. You can throw a heavy pebble at them. Okay, just because it's condensed does not mean you can use it correctly. Condensing is just a means to the end. You can have a lot of things you can do with condensing, but just because you can condense things does not mean it's useful. You can have a lot of information. Just because you have a lot of information does not mean you can use it correctly. Okay? So what can you do with condensing? For example, I see someone like level like we'll assume that 100 is the max, and there are like secret branches that you can also level up. Let's assume someone with the flight ability has all the branches maxed out, all the and he's just fully maxed out in flight. This man can fly at high speeds. What do I do as a condenser? I'll use flighter condenser stuff like that as the people that hold the Supra condenser. What does he do? The condenser sees the person that's flying, whether they be actually flying or they stop for a second. Sorry, my screen goes black on my phone. I'd rather see myself talk. Makes me flow a bit better. Um, the condenser sees the man that's flying, and he's like, I condense your abilities to the bare minimum. I would also assume that condensing stuff can have the opposite. You can reverse condense, but if not so, well then, Mr. Flighter, start leveling up again, dude, because you'll condense their powers to the absolute one. You'll condense it to the bare essentials. Thus, that is 30 seconds, 30 minutes, their time limit, their speed, and their height. You'll condense it back to that. Condensing, it's a wild power if you think about it. You can do this with a lot of powers. I, for one, also thought of the power of rapping. Rapping all that beatboxing and stuff like that. Not the musical rapping. Rapping like rapping presence, bro. You take a rapper and you put something around. You take something and you wrap it with something else. The power of rapping. Thus, you think, what is this boring power? Level 1, you assume you have to have the material and the thing you want to wrap, and it's of a specific size. I hold my phone, it's wrapped in its original casing or something. Level 100, you can wrap anything. You wrap yourself with air and you're in space. You just keep wrapping, you're constantly wrapping yourself with air, and I don't know, you can live in space forever. That's just an example, or all the things you can think of with the power of wrapping. Now, I don't know who's gonna watch this, and if anyone's gonna watch this at all, or if they'll even reach this point. But I would like people who watch this video and got this far, just think about random powers. Just think about a random word and take it to the extremist level of um of power. What power would this be? What's the limits? You can go to like anime protagonist level from some random overpowered manga or anime shit. Doesn't matter. Just let your creativity go wild. Think of the hidden branches. So we'll jump back to the first point I made. Why am I making this video? Who knows? Genuinely, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it for myself. Maybe I'm doing it for others. I just wanted to talk to myself. Maybe to someone else. I mean, I can talk to someone else. I can join Discord right now and talk to some people. That's doesn't matter. I wanted to talk about this right now. Hopefully, you somewhat enjoyed this. I'm not gonna edit this. Maybe like adjust the audio and such. I'm just gonna upload it as is. Have fun looking at the background if you pay attention to that. Have fun listening to me repeat my same points multiple times. Have fun. Just, I don't know. All I can give you some last second advice. I might keep this out an intro for most videos, and sorry for the choppy frame rate. It is what it is. Um, benefit of the doubt is important, guys. Try to give everything benefit of the doubt. Think about all the possible things that can happen before judging something or someone. Give benefit of the doubt. Hope you have a good day, good night, whatever you want to have. And maybe next time I'll see you. Bye.